We're going to talk about the Ohio State versus Penn State game coming up this weekend. To me, it's inarguably the game of the weekend. Big Ten championship implications on the line. Ohio State is at number 2 right now. Penn State is at 8. Penn State sits at 8. So I want to know what you expect out of this game. Do you think Penn State has a shot?
So one of our big fans of the pod, Mama Dashba, her family.
Shout out Mama D.
Big Penn State fan, and I hate to disappoint you right here, but Penn State has no shot. I'm sorry. They're a 19-point favor or 19-point dog right now with good reason. This is the best Ohio State team I have seen in quite some time.
And there have been some real good Ohio State teams
Chase
recently.
Young coming off the suspension. I mean, you can see that Penn State's had some struggles with protecting Clifford lately. Then you look on the other side, you look at Justin Fields, who's a Heisman candidate still, even though Joe Burrow's balling out. Justin Fields could put his name on the, in the mix there with a big performance against Penn State this weekend. I don't see it. I mean, James Franklin typically has his team ready to play an Ohio State game.
He does.
But he just sucks at coaching so much that he blows it every time. James Franklin can recruit, but the guy can't coach. I mean, when you look at it and him in big games, he just struggles. And he does have some flaws in the other games, but they're blowing him out. It normally gets overlooked. So when you see it in a big game, in a close game, like when they blew a 2-touchdown lead against Ohio State 2 years ago or whatever it was, you see his flaws really come out. And that's why I just can't give him the chance. I just can't. I think Ohio State rolls.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the positive, the good news for Penn State fans. So I'm talking to, like you said, Mama D. Thanks for listening. I know you are. That's to you as well as the entire Dashba and Young clan who support the blue and white of the Nittany Lions. We're going to start with the good news for you. I think it's going to be closer than the spread suggests. So the spread is currently sitting at right around 20 points. I'm not sure how.
18 and a half, 19.
Yeah, last I read, it was an article yesterday was sitting around. But still, it's right around, little less than a 3-touchdown spread. I think it's going to be closer than that because these two teams usually do play it close. The last 2 games that they've played, Ohio State won by a point.
Right.
And I think in both those years,
James
although
Franklin
Ohio State wasn't quite as good, Penn State also wasn't quite as good as they are this year. And both teams know that there's a lot at stake. Like I said, conference championship implications on the line. They're going to bring it this week. With that being said, though, Penn State has no chance. I agree with you. They've got no shot in this one. And I hate to say it because I really wish I could believe that Ohio State could get upset. But like you said, this is one of the best Ohio State teams ever. Honestly, one of the most statistically impressive teams ever. They rank number 1 in scoring offense and number 1 in scoring defense. Like, that's unheard of in college football when you have 100+ teams playing and teams who are playing nobodies all year in like the MAC 37 conference or whatever.
Maction, baby. Maction action tonight.
And they're playing against like D2 schools for half the year and throwing up 7-8 touchdown games. It's insane that they lead in both of those. So Penn State will probably be able to slow them down a little bit because their defense is pretty good. I believe they are, 17th in the country in total defense.
For sure.
But slowing down a team that averages over 51 points a game means holding them around 30, 35.
Exactly.
And that's being generous.
That's good.
That's being generous considering how much Justin Fields has balled out this year. I want to get this right. Dude, and this is, once again, college football. Dude has 2,164 yards, 31 touchdowns to 1 interception at a 69% completion percentage. So it's not quite Dwayne Haskins level, but the dude, he's accurate. He's not turning the ball over. Obviously, he's getting the ball in the end zone. Dude, I don't know how he's not in the Heisman conversation
he is. He's
right
just,
now.
I mean, when you look at,
right.
It's Joe Burrow and him at this point now with 2 again hurt, I think. I mean, Justin Herbert's right there, but it's a 2. And then you can look at their running back, Ohio State's running back as a potential candidate.
But nonetheless, so he's playing like a Heisman candidate.
For sure.
And honestly, I don't see Penn State being able, even if they hold them to 30, I don't see Penn State putting up 30. Now, it's interesting because when I was looking this up, they do rank 15th in the country in scoring offense. However, in passing offense and rushing offense, they rank 47th and 53rd, respectively. So what that tells me is that their defense has been able to put them in really, really good positions that I don't think they're going to be able to do against Ohio State. They're going to be working with a lot of long fields, probably not getting a lot of turnovers. Like I said, Justin Fields has only thrown 1 pick all year. Pretty sure those running backs don't fumble a lot. So I don't think they're really going to be able to move the ball that effectively on Ohio State. And They haven't seen a pass rusher like Chase Young this year. Like you said, he's going to be fresh off of that suspension.
Point to prove too, because he was in the Heisman talk before,
he's
gonna, number one pick.
He's gonna be in the quarterback's face all day. So I hope I'm wrong. I hope this game is super competitive and Penn State shows they can win. But I feel like this is just going to be Ohio State letting Penn State kind of linger around, but really they got no.
They'll control the game. And I just want to get something off my chest. Shame on college football for moving that to a 12 o'clock start instead of keeping it at the nighttime.
I know, for real.
That's
Why
just
would they do that?
Unbelievable.
This is one of the games of the year. Penn State, Ohio State, both one loss between the two of them. Do you know what they moved to the primetime slot?
I don't remember what they moved to the primetime slot. But
it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it's not as good as this game, man.
I mean, regardless, we know Ohio State's going to win, but it's still going to be a fun game.
This is in Ohio State, right?
Yeah, in Ohio State.
Still, those kids, they let them drink all day and prep for the game. No one would. I mean, some people like to start drinking at 8 in the morning, but
they're going to be starting at 4 in the morning.
That pissed me off. Because you got enough college football to watch at noon and at 3. Keep it at the late game.
Yeah. We'll have game day there, but we're not going to have it as a primetime game.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I hate that.
Ridiculous.
I have no idea why they would make that decision. Whatever. I think we've realized that the NCAA sucks. If we hadn't already, we do now.